How did I get my friends to this point this night? It was Christmas. We're having a girls' night. How did I get them to this point? Just how? Oh my God. Okay, I'll show you in five, four, three, two, one. So we're making Jello shots, or in this case, Jello syringes. I like to be fancy, so as opposed to doing the shot cups, I'm using syringes. Here I'm showing the process. I use Bacardi, leftover Bacardi that I had at home. The initial item I showed was the water filter, the regular Brita you can get on Walmart or Amazon. That's an optional step, but I'll show you why I used it in just a moment. You need a measuring cup and a bowl and stirrer. Now, these are my syringes. I got this off of Amazon. They're pretty huge. You can get smaller syringes, but these are like 2 ounce, fluid ounce syringes. This is the gelatin I'm using from Starburst. You have multiple flavors: watermelon, cherry. You can use any flavor of your choice. For this, I settled for the watermelon flavor. Now you can have multiple colors just to add, that color to your event, your party, your games night, whatever you're doing. Now, one thing with Jello, your water has to be boiling hot. So you see me multiple times in this video clicking or pressing on the heater to ensure that my water stays hot. So here, like I said, this is an optional step. You can completely omit this step. I just don't like the taste of alcohol in my Jell-O, so I pretty much just filter it. I saw this on online, and it worked for me. So I poured all of the alcohol I'll be using into that filter and just let it do its thing. You're gonna see the color change because I think I poured wine in this like the day before, 2 nights before. So I think some of the leftover wine was in there. But I did this step multiple times. Kind of sped it up here. I did it like twice or 3 times, and then I set my alcohol aside. Then I hit. I'm trying to heat up my water again. Like I said, your water has to be boiling hot to make good Jello. I'm pouring in a measuring cup. You do need a measuring cup, especially if you're doing this for a lot of people. My goal was to do about 15, 16. I poured the water in the cup to measure out 2 cups. So 2 cups of water for about 4 ounce gelatin. The gelatin I had was 3.91 ounces. So that's about 110.9 grams. But anyway, this size of gelatin, 2 cups of water. If you were making this for kids, you need like 4 cups of water. So 2 cups of hot water and 2 cups of cold water. But in our case, we're replacing the cold water with alcohol. So in here, I'm just pouring in my gelatin and stirring in the hot water. You want to make sure it's fully dissolved, no particles, no lumps or clumps or anything of that nature. It has to look like water, like juice, like fully dissolved. And I just kept on stirring, stir until everything is dissolved in the water. At this point, I'm taking out the heater, the water heater, and technically you're supposed to allow this cool a little bit before adding in the alcohol. But if you're doing this for kids, you just go ahead and pour in the cold water. But I'm gonna pour in my alcohol now, Sha. You have to make sure to stir completely. If you look into this bowl, you can see there's like a mini lump that I was trying to get to dissolve in there. So now that it all looks good, we will proceed with the alcohol. You can use any kind of alcohol for this. I like to use clear alcohol, preferably vodka is what's best for this. So we're going to measure out 2 cups. Like I said, 2 cups of alcohol, 2 cups of boiling water for the 3.91 ounce of gelatin. So this is what, 4 cups of water, that's about 32 fluid ounce. And for me, this is going to help me make about 16 syringes. So the syringes are about 2 ounces, 2 fluid ounces. So with 32 fluid ounces, that should give or take make about 15 or 16. Mathematically 16, but if you're going to be taking some of this for yourself or doing whatever, just at least 13 solid shots should come out of this. So here I'm just cleaning out my syringes. I like to clean mine out first with boiling water. I take out the cap and just pull in some hot water. I do that like twice before I then go wash it with like soap and cold water and rinse it out thoroughly with cold water. I actually take it apart to wash it and rinse it out, and then just bring it back once I'm ready. Once it's all drained, it looks like this, and then we're ready to actually get into inject it. But yeah, I'm going in now to pull in the liquid, the Jell-O, the would-be Jell-O. You want to take your time, be careful so you don't have too many bubbles in the syringe. If you do have bubbles, feel free to push it all back out and do it again. But yeah, it looks something like this. This is my 2 ounce syringe. You can use the regular white cups, the small white cups that people use at parties for the Jell-O. So that way it's like a Jell-O shot. But I find the syringes to be more fanciful and catchy at parties. So I'm just showing you how I do this, setting them aside, going to do the rest of it. This is sped up now. Just showing you how the process, it's pretty easy. It's a pretty easy process. And my friend Kay, she's been asking me to post this for the longest. So Kemute, I'm doing this for you. It's finally up. So yes, injected, get everything you want out of it. The rest of it, I'm best believe I'm drinking that as like a regular shot. Who cares? And now I'm putting on the cap. I find it easier to do that way. It's all ready to go to the fridge. The next morning it looks like this. And for my party or for my games night, I served it over ice on like the drink table. And this is what it looked like the next day. I hope this video was helpful for anyone trying to host a party. Thank you for watching.